Hi, Brian Crombie here. I'm running for mayor of Mississauga on the by-election on June the 10th. I'm standing here in front of the Hazen McCallion Learning Centre Library at University of Toronto, Mississauga. Tonight there was a debate, the third debate in a row that I've been excluded from, and not just me, several other, I think, really good candidates that have been excluded from this. And I think it's wrong. I think it's undemocratic. And let me give you 4 reasons, if I could. First of all, and most importantly, I think it goes against who we are as Canadians. It's undemocratic to exclude people from a discussion about democracy, a discussion about issues. Ironically, this organization is about more housing, more room for all, and they had no room for almost everyone except the 2 chosen ones that they wanted to have on this debate stage. Number 2, there's a federal law against this. In your Charter of Rights and Freedoms, it's Section 2B that says that you've got a right for free speech that's got to be equal to all others, particularly if it's in a public space. This is a public space. Number 2, there's a provincial regulation. The provincial rules are such that if an institution, like a university, like the institutions that the last 2 debates were in, get any kind of provincial funding, they have to provide, again, equal access for all. In a private setting, you may not have to, but in a public setting, you do. And actually, the provincial government has put out a regulation statement that says if you don't do that, you risk losing your funding. I think that sort of says it all. And then the 4th reason is municipal. There is actually election finance rules against getting funding from non-bona fide partisan organizations, that you're not allowed to get funding from them. And if you do get anything from them, then it's a donation from an inappropriate source, and you've got to declare that. I think this is a non-bona fide organization. It's an organization I can't find the officers from. They don't have a website. They don't have an address. They don't have any information about who they are. You go to their Twitter feed, and all they've done is put forward partisan points of view on one topic, benefiting a few councillors and against a couple of other councillors. The executive director stood up on stage and said, the mayor is in this room. Only 2 people were there, so she's already decided that the rest of you are going to only vote for one of those 2 people. I think that, number 1, it was an illegal donation, and it was wrong for the candidates to accept that donation, and I'm going to object to the Election Commission and say that they have to declare it as a financing. I'm going to end with a story, because I think it's wrong, but I got to tell you a story. In 2014, I was talking to former Mayor Hazen McCallion. Ironic that I'm in front of the Hazen McCallion Library. There was a debate in City Hall and in the municipal election for mayor at that point in time, and she was really upset. She thought it was undemocratic. Some of you may have heard of the story. She was so upset that she actually went and endorsed one candidate because it was such a terrible debate. Hazen McCallion stood up for democracy. Is Mississauga going to stand up for democracy? I hope all good people in Mississauga stand up for democracy. If you want to check out what I think about some of these policies on housing that they didn't allow me to talk about tonight, please go to my website, briancrombie.ca. And on June 10th, consider voting for me. Not just these incumbents that have got us to this problem where we need a debate to talk about housing affordability. They got us here. Are they going to get us out of here? I don't think so. But someone new, someone with great ideas, and I think I've got some. Good. Brian Crombie, June 10th. Think about it. Thank you.